Hey,
Hi, Charlie.
Bethany, always a pleasure to have you on. This segment is called When More is Less. Kind of an interesting conversation Bethany and I were having about how higher mortgage rates for some people mean a lower house payment. How can that be? Or lower payment on bills, let's put it that way.
Yeah, a lower monthly obligation.
All right, Bethany did a little magic for one of her clients. I thought it was so cool. I wanted her to tell you about it so that maybe you can explore this for your home and your situation. Bethany, tell the story.
Yes. So the Fed is meeting next week. And when the Fed agrees to raise rates, that doesn't mean just mortgage rates. We're talking rates on credit cards, rates on auto loans, personal loans, all of the above. And so I thought it was super interesting because I have some averages for you, Charlie, on the average interest rate on all of these items.
Okay.
So the average credit card interest rate right now is 21%.
All right.
The average auto loan interest rate is 8.9%. And the average personal loan is 11%. So all of those rates are still much higher than mortgage rates currently. So a lot of times I have clients that come in and say, we can't give up our 2% mortgage rate. We're going to be in this house forever because we can't go to a 7% rate.
I've heard people
And
tell me that like 5 times this week. I,
yes.
I
And
need
so
this.
yes. And I get it. I mean, it sounds like you can't ever leave that house that you bought a few years ago. But I had a client who is selling their $600,000 home at a 2% mortgage rate. They are purchasing a new home at 600,000, so same purchase price
Yeah.
at 7% is their
Okay.
mortgage rate. And they are still saving $1,000 a month. And
Not on their house payment.
not on their house payment, but in total. So, what we're doing, the average American right now is sitting on about $274,000 of equity, according to CoreLogic numbers that came out recently. So, what we're doing is we're taking all of that equity that they have and paying off all of these high balance credit cards, auto loans, personal loans that they've taken out. So
Okay.
essentially, they're going into the next house debt free, even though they're taking a higher mortgage rate. In total, they are saving themselves $1,000 a month and freeing up that cash for savings and things like that, which is just super interesting for an outside perspective because you wouldn't think that taking a higher rate on your mortgage could actually benefit most of Americans right now.
Yeah, so they're taking the cash out of the house they own right now. They're going to pay off their debts. After all that is said and done, even with the higher mortgage, they're saving $1,000 a month.
That's right.
All right, that's so simple, but I don't think I've ever had it put so simply. If
Yes. So, and everybody's different. And I would just say if you are thinking that you want to move and that you want to go into the next house, if your family's growing or whatever the case may be, just because we're in a higher rate environment right now doesn't necessarily mean that we can't make your money work for you.
absolutely. And what was that core logic amount again for average equity in people's home in America?
$274,000.
If you wonder how much your equity is in your home, we encourage you to reach out to a great realtor that specializes in home sales in your area. If you don't have one of those, I'd be happy to help you with that. Just contact us, ask for your no obligation, absolutely free home equity review, let you know how much cash you have trapped in your house. Then we'll see if that's enough to pay off all your debts. We'll get with Bethany, find out what the mortgage might be looking like on a house of your dreams. And ta-da, we all lived happily ever after. Bethany, it's always great to talk to you. And thanks for the creative, out of the box thinking and suggestion for this topic. Really appreciate your time as always. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.